Hi, I'm Dani. Welcome to my sweet digs hidden in a jungle of green. Before you come in, subscribe below. Great, come on in. I live in Beachwood Canyon in a 2-bedroom apartment. I live here with my boyfriend Fabio and my 2 dogs. It's about 900 square feet, and for rent we pay $26.25. I think that $26.25 is, I don't want to say too little in case my landlord sees it. When you look at all of the other rents in our neighborhood, I feel like we plucked this sucker. This here's the dining room. The dining room I really love. I love the chandelier. The picture behind me I got at a thrift store for like 30 bucks. We both saw it at the same time and we kind of immediately were just like, yes, that's exactly what we need, and that doesn't often happen. This room gets really great sun in the morning. It's really great to sit right here and catch the natural light and read the newspaper. I love the neighborhood. We're in Beachwood Canyon. It's kind of just at the beginning of the Hollywood Hills under the Hollywood sign. You're right in the middle of the city, but you still feel kind of removed from it. It's super communal and I'm really into that. I found the apartment kind of by chance. I was actually interested in the apartment downstairs, and when she finally did get back to us, she let me know that that apartment was already rented, but that she had one that really wasn't on the market yet, and we could take a look. It was bigger, it's on the 2nd floor. I pulled the trigger right then and there. I was like, we're gonna go for this apartment. It's perfect. And this is the kitchen. We cook a lot. We really love cooking. We do a lot of salmon and quinoa and bean-based things, but I'm Italian and I love cheese and pasta, so we also do a lot of that. The last apartment that Fabio and I had was a huge kitchen, and I learned how to flambe in that kitchen, so it was really cool, but I know that if I tried to do that here, I would burn the whole apartment down. So this is the living room. Check it out. My favorite thing about the space is my least favorite thing about the space, and that's the jungle behind me. It really creates this sense of privacy and you feel like you're in this oasis rather than stuck in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard, but also it sucks away all the sunlight, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Living so close to the Hollywood sign is really interesting. It's just like a fun fact when you're driving your relatives up or your friends from out of town, you're just like, and there's the Hollywood sign right in front of your face. It kind of makes you feel a little surreal, especially, you know, living in the East Coast your whole life and seeing the Hollywood sign and then seeing that you live right there. It's kind of a cool experience. But it's also a little frustrating because on the weekends, there's a slew of people just kind of standing in the middle of the road right where our carport is. They just take out their selfie sticks. I've seen people with tripods and they just stand there until they get their shot. Cars be damned, and it's just like, okay, all right, that's what I deal with. This is the guest room. These are my dogs. This is Fred, short for Alfredo, and this is Noli, short for cannoli ravioli. As you can see, they're pretty attached to me, and where one goes, the other follows, as long as it's following me. We use this room as a guest room for whenever we have relatives or friends staying from out of town. We also read a lot in this room, and we use it as a workout room as well. We're both from the East Coast, so we have guests coming all the time. My mom comes and stays with us, and his family does too. In this corner, we have this it's like a vintage washing board that we found. Fabio's the one that found it and brought it into the apartment. And then I came home one day and he had swapped it out with a Jimi Hendrix poster. And it kind of started a battle, and we like to pretend to go in there when no one's looking and swap it out, but I've hidden the Jimi Hendrix poster and it will not be coming back. What would you guys prefer on the wall? A vintage washing board or a Jimi Hendrix poster? Reply in the comments. I love to collect knickknacks. I also have some things that my grandfather left me when he passed away that I like to hang on to. One of those things is this really cool phone that I have over here that he used every single day. I remember being a kid and sitting in his little side room where he always watched TV, smoked his cigarettes, and he'd always talk on this phone, and it was just something that I just remembered a lot as a kid, so it meant a lot when I got to take it. This is the bathroom. My biggest pet peeve about this apartment is that we don't have a lot of storage space, and one of the places we don't is the bathroom, and the sink is a pedestal sink. I cheated. I went to IKEA and I got some corner bookshelves and I fused them together so that they are my under sink storage. This is the bedroom. We originally didn't have a TV in the bedroom, but we do have a lot of guests stay in the guest room, so the guests could kind of chill in the living room and we could do our own thing. The dresser was the splurge in our apartment. I thought it was such a cool piece. It's definitely unique, nothing I've really ever seen before. We didn't have anything in the apartment at the time, so we didn't really have to worry about matching it to anything. Fabio and I met at work a few years ago. We both worked at an advertising agency, and we were both working on the same account together. We became friends for the first few years. We got really, really close. So after a few years of being friends, we decided to to date. Fabio and I are pretty great about splitting the space equally. He's really nice and let me keep the entire bedroom closet and dresser to myself, and he uses the guest room dresser. Between Fabio and I, we have a pretty similar aesthetic, except for the fact that I like really bright, bold colors, and he's more of a neutral guy. So I think that the biggest challenge was really just kind of finding the right medium. In terms of what Fabio brings to the apartment, he is the lighting guy, and he always sets the mood. He's very particular about like wattage for light bulbs. Every light bulb Fabio has picked out meticulously. So it's really nice. It sets the apartment, it gives it a good tone. My home style, I like casual, I like comfort, but I like things to be clean too. So we definitely have the mid-century modern vibe going on. This place felt like home really quickly. It really gives you this calming vibe and it makes you feel at home right away. When we started to get all of our things in here, we immediately just felt like a sigh of relief, like, oh, we were home. Thanks for checking out my sweet digs. To check out more videos, click here, and to subscribe, click here.